Hello. Here we are, and here I am in my car again. I'm going to. I think that a lot of people do these things in their desks, and these little films. And I was thinking about this the other day, and in the car or in a van or whatever at work and on the way, and it almost seems like none of us have legs. And I promised to one of these days I'm going to do a little one of these and just prove that I actually have legs and that I that there's more to me than this. So I've been pondering, and um, I think I've got something to share that might be some some people may come across or may come across this thought pattern. And I just wanted to kind of have something a bit more sensible to say about the journey here today. And last night, it follows on from last night, and I was really whacked last night, and I could tell when I looked back at the film. I sounded and looked, and it's not a violin moment. I don't want a violin, but a lot of people are working very hard to do this and doing two jobs and but I'm trying to figure a way through it, and I could easily make a mistake, and that's what I want to talk about. And so I got in. I think it all started with working hard at what I do. With it's concentration that is so tiring, I think. And and I noticed that when I'm in front of the computer, it absolutely sucks the energy out of me. And if I've been doing 8 hours concentrating on these cars at about 1 foot away, 18 inches away, and then I did 4.5 4 hours the other night, and concentrating on the website absolutely sucked the life out of me. And it hit me. I was in bed last night at 8:30. I said it was a rock and roll lifestyle. So I just felt awful. And the point I wanted to make was I went upstairs when I got home, and I all I had to do was about one small job of putting what do they call it, a thumbnail onto a front of a video and put it up onto YouTube. And I've done them before, and could I as hell as do it? I just couldn't get it right, and I'd forgotten how to put it into one file, and I got a fault on the and came out of it, redid it again. I couldn't get the computer to work. And it drove me scranny, and I was there for an hour and a half. Eventually, I decided, pack it in, and enough. And on reflection of that, um, I literally wasted an hour and a half, got myself all frustrated, and then start to beat myself up. And all this comes around by being tired, and how crazy the world looks once this certain level of fatigue comes over you. And I don't know if other people have found this. I'm sure they have. But um, I was got to thinking, and I got up this morning and thinking, this is holding me back. Having to I want to get on with this business now, and I want to go all guns and really get it working. And work is in the way. And so I thought, I've got to. What do I do? Do I pack up work? And then, having had a bit of sleep, this was sort of, I went thinking this last night, and then this morning it was still there, and I kind of seeing it a little clearer now. And there must be hundreds of people that do this because they want to get a better income and get away from the 9 to 5 and the job and stuff. So it's tempting when you find this wonderful thing we've all found here to pack it in, let's go for it 100%. But I think, in reflection of last night, that's a fault. And that unless you have a pot of gold and an endless source of money to live on, so that there is no stress based on waiting for the SFM thing to work for you. I'm planning on going down the ad route, and that's going to be burn some money. And thinking about it, I think that would be so stressful to not have some form of income, and just to wait for it. And by having that stress and that anxiety that, is this going to happen? How long? When will it pay me what I had earned, or will it, etc. I don't want that stress, and it will spoil it, and it will spoil the integrity of what you're saying and what you're doing, and there'll be a desperate thing when you talk to people. That's how I feel now. I don't know whether anyone agrees or disagrees with that, and maybe they've come through that thought process that I'm doing, but it is frustrating. But I've realised that just to end that all, I've finished work today, and we finished the job, this Aston that we were doing, and I'm off tomorrow. So all that work I've done this week and really worn myself out, I could have held it and done it as a fresh day on a fresh head and gone straight in with it on Friday tomorrow. And that's how the world looks at the end. In 3 or 4 days, the whole world looks slightly different. So I guess that's got my point across. I hope it has. And as you can see, I'm feeling good about it. And I'm not going to pack up my job. But what I may do is I'm going to ask some advice from the mentor, and I just discuss it with a couple of other people that have been down that road, and maybe drop a day a week, or so I can have a 3-day weekend, and maybe drop 2 days or what. I don't know yet, but I'm certainly not going to get rid of that lifeline, and knowing that there's some income in. So if anybody is in that frame of mind, maybe look at it like that. Okay, I hope that helped somebody. That's it. I'm going to say good night for that one, and I'll check in tomorrow when I've had a whole day at stuff, and we'll see what we can get done. Take care. Bye bye.